Do you know who he is?
Of course. The Taker of Souls. Many there are who fear him.
And you thought I was dangerous before!
Just know, your time has come.
What do they call him?
The Angel
This
of
is
Death.
gonna be a bloodbath. A very fun bloodbath. And you thought I was dangerous before! Azrael. Enemy strike! A round of applause for the big show.
How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Black Wolf, and today we'll be going over Akos Hue, the Rebel Claw. So, for the glyphs, I like to build on the green, on the left side of the green, and then for the red, I also go left side. So for the green, it builds my rage and gives me damage reduction. And then for the red, straight up builds my rage throughout the entire match. While I'm taking damage and while I'm dishing out damage, I'm building my rage. Rage fills your ultimate bar, if you don't know, right? So for his first ability, for his first skill, I prefer this one. I prefer the first one where he hits the ground because it gives him damage reduction, which plays into the whole build I'm going for. And then for his ultimate, I like to use the Feral Frenzy. You know, it gives him hyper speed. Used to give him hyper armor, but not anymore. But they combined his old first ultimate into this one, so he kind of still has the hyper armor. If you charge your focus at the right time, he will glow yellow and gain that hyper armor. For the Roar Blast, it's a more offensive ability, does not give you damage reduction, so I stick away from it. But I've seen some people put in work with it. And then this is more his defensive ultimate, his Frenzy Lockdown. I don't have much practice with it. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I don't have much practice with it. I only use it in rare situations. For example, if I have a Tumulch on the team, Tumulch ultimate is a sandstorm, right? So Tumulch pops a sandstorm, and then I trap them inside that sandstorm. They can't go anywhere, and then the squad just kind of punishes them. But other than that, I don't really use the Frenzy Lockdown. I've seen it be utilized on me with more experienced players, and it does in numbers, trust me. It's really punishing if you get locked down with it. But as of me, I prefer the hyper-aggressive play style that I'm used to. So let's take Tumulch into a match, right? Let's take him into a match, and I can show you exactly his strengths, weaknesses, how he shines, along with all that jazz. Let's get right into it. No wasting time, guys. Akos is a hyper-aggressive skirmisher, very offensive character. So you want to be applying pressure as much as possible. Only retreat, only fall back if you're being overwhelmed. If not, keep on applying pressure. That's where he shines. He's a lot like Naraka G, where they don't give the opponent in a 1v1, they don't give the opponent a time to breathe. Right? You want to be overwhelming your opponent with combos. You want to be psyching them out. You want to have your boot on their neck, per se. You want to have their neck in the chokehold. You know that claustrophobic feeling when you're gaming and your palms are sweating? You want to give them that. For the uninitiated, this right here, what I'm doing, after I counter him, it's called toothpicking. Right? Akos and Naraka are very good at this because they have the tools so if they fuck up to instantly rebound. Toothpicking is animation canceling your charge attack and going back into your basic attack and rinse and repeating that, so that way you keep them staggered in that iframe. Every time you hit an opponent, there's like a 0.02 seconds where they're staggered. So toothpicking keeps them in that. It's your animation and locking them down so that way they can't do anything or react to you. Akos is very good at that. He's very good at applying high immense pressure and overwhelming the opponent. And if the enemy is good at neutral play, if you don't know what neutral play is, it's when you're just exchanging blows. No blue focus, no counterplay, just straight basic attack. That is the neutral play of this game. So when you hear me say that, that's just exchanging blows casually, basic attack. That's neutral play. No abilities, no extra help, just straight raw hands. Outside of neutral, I would say Akos shines in 1v1 situations, but outside of neutral play within those 1v1 situations, he dominates when it comes to speed. When he pops his ultimate, the name of the game is speed. You want to be able to kill your opponent as fast as possible because he has the kit to brutalize them. He has the kit to send them straight back to the lobby, and he will if you're good at combat. If you're good at mobility, you're good at toothpicking, you're good at psyching out your opponent, you're good at neutral play. Akos ultimate, it's not going to get contested, right? Very few characters in the game can contest Akos when he pops that tiger. Xiao Wei, I believe, the girl that can give herself and ally shields, is the only one I can think of off the top of my head that hard counters Akos. Maybe the sword guy that can make it rain swords, he can lock down Akos if he's able to hit Akos. But other than that, like, very few characters in the game, if they're not good at neutral play, it can contest Akos. He's just a beast, literally. The downside to that, though, is if he gets, let's say you're playing trios or duos and you're by yourself and you have multiple people on you. Outside of his first skill, that's a crowd control, he doesn't really have the kit to contest multiple people at a time, right? So where he shines is in 1v1 fights. Outside of that, if you're not good at neutral play, if you're not good at combat, or your mobility is just not up to par, you're going to get punished heavily playing Akos. When I go into trios, I tend to avoid bringing Akos unless I'm trying to synergize with a Tumult. Then I can use his second ultimate where I can just lock down the enemy inside that ring, and now they're trapped in that barrier with us. But outside of that, you'll never catch me playing Akos in duos or trios. You know, if I'm using the duos, if I'm doing duos, I might do it if I have a good duo that's also good at neutral play, so then I don't have to worry about being overwhelmed. But if I'm playing by myself in rank, you're never going to catch me using them. If you're paying attention to the screen right now, you'll see that Xiao Wei hard countered me. Yeah, so he does have, he's not a well-rounded character. He does have his weakness, right? Characters with good defensive kit like Xiao Wei, or any of the Transformers, really, if they're really good. So Tianhai, or I forgot the other one, the guy with the spear. But if they're a really good tanky defensive character, they're gonna give Akos a really hard time, because Akos, remember, he shines at just high pressure octane combat. If you can overwhelm your opponent before they react to you, that's it. He literally plays like a tiger, right? He's an ambush character. You got to plan him out. But what he lacks in defense, in his defensive capability, he more than makes up for offensively. More than makes up for. He is one of the most fun characters to play in the game. I see a lot of Akos, and most people already know, once they hear Akos ultimate go off, just run for your life. The dude's like Mike Tyson on steroids when he's on his ultimate. It's just not a fair fight at all unless you have either Xiao Wei, a good Tianhai, or any of the other two Transformers in the game, or you have a really cracked healer that can just keep up with the healing and the damage output that he puts out. Outside of that, dude, yeah, it's GG's. It's really GG's. Akos is a monster. he's a monster in solos. He's a monster in duos if you're good at juggling. And outside of that, you're not going to contest Akos at all. Altogether, Akos is an amazing skirmisher with the ability to reset neutral should you need it. On top of that, he gets a damage reduction. And he's a fun character to use. One of the best characters in the game, if you ask me, in 1v1 situations. And he has the kit to overwhelm his opponent, send them back to the lobby, and do it stylishly. I love Akos. Altogether, I give him a 9 out of 10. He's damn near perfect. If you like hunting heads, you like brutalizing your opponent, you like feeling like the man while you're in the fight, give Akos a try. He has a high learning curve, as do every one of the characters in the game, but he is one of the easier ones to learn, in my opinion. Right? Once learning him is hard, but once you do learn him and you start to make his kit synergize and flow, it's an amazing time. Right? Like I said earlier in the video, he reminds me a lot of playing Octane from Apex Legends. A lot of Octane fans, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even have to describe the rush that you guys feel when you play it. Akos is the Octane of Naraka Bladepoint. Anyway, guys, this has been Black Wolf. I hope you enjoy my Akos analysis, and yeah, we're done. Peace.